I used to wake up and go through my phone or consume content right off the bat in the morning. No wonder I was super depressed. Your mornings really do set up your entire day. In this video, I explain how I changed it all from July 2021 to now, right? Literally, all I had to do is change one thing in my morning routine. Before, I would literally consume content, scroll on social media, play video games, and I'm gonna be completely honest, this is when I stopped going to school, right? I went to university for 2 weeks and dropped out. And I barely did anything productive, gonna be completely honest. But the one thing I changed in my morning routine is literally waking up at 6 a.m. So I changed my bedtime from 10 p.m. Like I always slept early, but I would also wake up a little bit later. So I slept at 10 p.m. and woke up at 6 a.m. As soon as I wake up, I'll hit the gym. Then I'll come home, do some reading and meditation, right? I did those three things in the morning every single day. No excuses. Even if it was for a small period amount of time, I still did it, right? If I couldn't work out at the gym, I would do a home workout or a small ab workout or something like that, right? And then if I couldn't meditate for too long, I would just do it for 30 seconds or a minute. If I couldn't read for 30 minutes, I'll do it for at least 10 minutes, right? Fast forward to 2024, this is where I'm at right now. I'm super grateful, I'm super happy, and I'm blessed to be here. So the key benefits of exercising, I'm gonna be completely honest, ever since I hit the gym, it's been wonderful. Like my mood has changed drastically. I'm more consistent with it, like being happy. Definitely, I feel like after a few hours, it boosts up your mood significantly, right? It boosts up your happiness and your stress goes down. Depression symptoms start to like go lower, as well as your anxiety levels and all of that. And you start to love life a little bit more. So back in 2021, I'm gonna be completely honest here. I was inconsistent here and there. But the way I combated the inconsistency was I created a habit tracker. So a habit tracker, pretty much for the month, I'll list all the days on the left side of the corner or column. And then I'll list up a couple of habits at the top. And I made boxes and then I would tick each box every single time I completed a habit for that day. And then afterwards, I incorporated something called gratitude journaling. See, I did journal during that time period, but it was after 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. I would journal throughout the day just to understand what my thought process was like, how I was feeling, what I need to improve on, etc. Right? But I incorporated gratitude journaling right after my reading session and my meditation session. So I was stacking up these good habits because I know that if I delayed gratification and I stopped the instant gratification activities, I'm going to improve my lifestyle significantly after in my 20s, my mid 20s, my late 20s, as well as my 30s, right? Compared to someone who's constantly indulging in instant gratification activities in his 20s, right? So once I added gratitude journaling in the morning after those three things, I started to understand that, wow, I was missing out how grateful I should have been, right? Because you start to realize how many things you have in your life. And so many people focus on what they don't have and they start to become miserable because of that. But once you start saying what you're grateful for, you start to realize how life is amazing, right? And you shouldn't take anything for granted. So stacking up good habits is very important. I really truly believe that everyone needs to stack up good habits. And if you want to improve your mental health within the next 2 weeks to 4, I would say hit the gym or at least do home workouts every single day for at least 30 minutes, meditate right after, and do some reading. And I'm going to be completely honest, there's going to be trials and errors, right? Meditation is going to be a little bit hard for you at the start. It was hard for me too. When it came to meditation, I read these two books called The Power of Now and The Untethered Soul, right? I truly believe if you guys pick up those two books, you'll start to understand how your mind works, how your consciousness mind works, how your subconsciousness works. And you'll start to realize that that little voice in your head, stop listening to that voice because it tends to tell you to do the opposite thing. For example, if you want to hit the gym, right? And you know it's the right thing to do, But that little voice in your head says, oh, you should just stay home, you should just chill, you should just play video games, you should, just don't listen to it. I'm gonna be completely honest. Shut it down. It's always gonna be in your mind. It never shuts up, okay? Even when you're present, sometimes it comes back. But you gotta just shut it off. But yeah, once you start to understand how your mind works and how meditation really works, there's gonna be you're gonna be going through trials and errors. It's gonna take time, but it's totally worth it, because you start to become more present in the moment. You start to live life in the present moment. It's so beautiful. It's really beautiful once you live life in the present moment. You don't have any thoughts bothering you. You start to think less and do more. And yeah, that's the beautiful part about improving every single day, stacking up good habits, and being consistent with your good habits. The compound effect is real. Just remember that. If you start now, you're going to live your life to the fullest. You're going to start to achieve what you need to achieve. It's going to take time, but you'll start loving life more. Just remember to take it easy and everything will be fine.